What's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. A lot I want to get to in this video. We're going to start here with the remnants of Hurricane Ida that seem to be anchored right now, slightly anchored. It's moving to the northeast at a pretty good pace, but the center of rotation is over north central Alabama. Going to be storm warnings all day today and tomorrow from here through the upper northeast for high winds and possible flash flooding in locations and maybe some tornadoes here and there. That's what these large storms are known for after they make landfall. Here's what it sounded like as it made landfall. This is the I-10 Twin Spans Bridge. This was a camera view during the landfall of Hurricane Ida. This is near Slidell. Just amazing that the camera even survived those very high winds. A lot of flooding did occur in southern Louisiana. High winds from the Cat 4 hurricane that made landfall. Right now, there's over 1 million customers without electricity in Louisiana, 100,000 in Mississippi, and look for sporadic power outages in the path of this storm as it makes its way through the upper northeast over the next couple of days. Looking at the long-range forecast, there could be another storm forming here within the next 10 days. A large Category 5 is what this thing is predicting right now, but this is a long-range forecast. It can and will change, but look for another storm somewhere out in this region in the next 10 days. Not exactly sure where that's going to go. Nora is expected to come up here in Arizona. Looks kind of odd just seeing a hurricane icon in southern Arizona, but that's what we're looking at here in the next couple of days. We could see some rain from the remnants of Hurricane Nora right up here in southern Arizona. I want to take you guys now over to the website. Quick look at the Schumann resonance, and you can see it's been very active in the last 24 to 48 hours. More than likely, that can be traced back to the sun. A lot of activity on the Earth-facing side of the sun. You can see a very large sunspot complex that's turning away from the Earth. Right now, as I do this video, very large active region that here just a couple of days ago, it created what's known as a solar tsunami. Not only this sunspot, the sunspot above the equator did as well. This is the lower complex. This is the magnetism associated with this active region. The red and blue represent positive and negative polarity. When those polarities touch, you end up with a solar flare. Sometimes the solar flares are large, sometimes they're small. You're looking at an M4 class solar flare. The energy from that solar flare should be reaching Earth today. It hasn't arrived yet, so it may have missed the Earth altogether. Here's a look at some of the recent Earth-facing activity. Here's the M4 class solar flare, and there's still a possibility of more large flares coming from that region. You can see the Earth's ionosphere right there detecting the energy from that Earth-facing active region almost instantly. In fact, within seconds, right there, it detected that shock wave. Still waiting on yet another geomagnetic storm. Looks like the cloud may go past the Earth. But here's what a solar tsunami looks like. One that occurred on August 26th from a active region above the equator. Watch the plasma go out away from the center of the sunspot, rolling across the disk of the sun. See that right there? Created a big, what looks like a shock wave going through the atmosphere of the sun. Right there goes. That's called a solar tsunami. One occurred in the northern hemisphere from that active region that's now turned away from the Earth. And then another one occurred down here in the southern hemisphere from the active region that I just showed you guys. A smaller solar tsunami, but it occurred from that very strong active region, Earth-facing active region that's now turned away from planet Earth. So the activity on the sun is definitely picking up. Hopping over to the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera, looking at the seismographs that monitor the mighty supervolcano. Not too much going on that we haven't been seeing here for the last several months now. Looks about the same, a little bit of magma intrusion and some very small earthquake activity